In what came as a sudden shock to Western New Yorkers, the owners of Fantasy Island have announced the iconic amusement park will be shutting down. Good evening, I'm Mary Alice Demler.
And hello again, I'm Scott Levin. The park opened on Grand Island back in 1961, but in recent years it has certainly struggled.
If you haven't heard, Fantasy Island, along with Indiana Beach, were closed in February 2020. For those who don't know, Fantasy Island was a small amusement park in Grand Island, New York, right between Buffalo and Niagara Falls. The park had 4 coasters, including a CCI called Silver Comet. They also had an intriguing collection of flat rides, and an iconic Western-themed show. Apex, the owners of the park, tried to find a buyer, but did not succeed, and they permanently closed the park and they started selling rides off. Apex's reasoning for that was after significant investment into the parks, it did not generate the return on investment that they needed. This made sense because Fantasy Island is an area that is hotly contested, with Six Flags Darien Lake and Marineland both being within an hour of the park. Also, Canada's Wonderland is just a short 2 hours away. Recently, Indiana Beach was saved by a Chicago businessman named Gene Staples. However, there is no word on Fantasy Island as we saw rides being taken down and sold off. Months passed and we heard nothing from the site. The park was falling into a state of disrepair. Windows were broken and buildings were vandalized. All hope was long gone, or at least that's what we thought. A group called Empire Adventures Incorporated stated to the town supervisor they wanted to purchase the property outright. Their plan is to purchase it, but if that doesn't go through, they want to lease the property. The property is currently owned by an Arizona-based company. The story was leaked by a local news station in Grand Island. Now, they may have to compete with Project Olive for the site because they're planning to build a warehouse in the area as a plan to help Western New York rebound. Their hearing was scheduled for April 8th, but that did not happen, and it's being pushed to a later date. Empire has gotten multiple reports of bad smells and vandalism coming from the property. They estimated they get the park ready for the 2021 season with a fresh, new mindset and vision. Nothing is a done deal, but it looks like it's more likely than not to happen. Now, many may ask, if the park does reopen, what will it look like? Well, knowing that many of the rides have been sold, it will probably be a shell of its former self. For now. I'd fully expect Silver Comet to be reopened with the park. Unfortunately, the park has already sold off rides like the Crazy Mouse, Sky Screamer, Mind Warp, the Mega Disco, their kiddie coaster, and many other kiddie attractions. I think it'll look a lot different. They'll probably bring back things like their Western themed show and other gems like that. I'd probably expect the park to feel like a cross between a fun spot park and a family fun center, with hopefully some lower prices. I expect to see some smaller additions to help fill the holes that some of the rides may have left. I'm not going to go too far because this is all just speculation. The priority right now is getting the park reopened by 2021. Overall, this is great news. This park really helped out its local community and always gave a nice visual when driving down the highway. I hope it all goes well and the park is able to reopen in some form. It's definitely a blessing to hear all the good news pouring in after a relatively dark start to the year for the coaster industry. That's all I have to say. I hope you guys are as happy as I am, and if anything happens to the park, you guys will definitely be the first to know. So just make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you can be the first to know any new developments with this news. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like and comment down below any thoughts or questions you have. With that being said, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.